Okay, so we are going to get started with the try it yourself section. You should be here at your editor. And I want you to just going to walk you through this a little bit. As you get the hang of it more and more of doing the programming, you may need less and less step by step instruction. You may be able to just go back and watch the video, but just as a reminder, um, take a look here on the editor at the structure, HTML, body, body. As long as you feel pretty good about that, that you're gonna, that's the structure for the document, then you can get started. Um, so create yourself a little bit of space, and now what I want you to do is I want you to type the header tag that you learned in the lesson. Now remember, just as a reminder, you can go click review lesson if you want to go back and watch that video again. But you can also click here, help and hints, and if you need to remember a reminder about what the tag looks like or anything like that, you can click these, okay? So what I want you to do right now is to type, create some space for yourself and type in the header 1 tag. Pause this and go type that tag. And actually, as a good habit, type in both the start tag and the end tag. Pause now and go. Okay, so that you should have done this. Type in the less than sign, H1, greater than sign, and then you type in the less than sign, / H1, and then you should have that in front of you. So now all you need to do is put in some text in here. And we'll call that, you can say this is, or type, you can type in whatever you want. But why don't you type in this is header text 1. Okay, so go do that. Now, just as a quick check, remember these, you have a start tag and you have an end tag. Well, what's it called? What have you created by creating a start tag and an end tag? Starts with an E. An element. So right now you have this element here. Okay, and so we have a header element. Now remember, you can do multiple elements. So why don't you type in do the same thing for this, but do it with the H2 and the H3 tag, and change your text so this says header 2 and header 3. Do that right now. Okay, so that would look, you should have done something like this. This is header 2. And I'm going to use my mouse to highlight, copy, Control C, Control V. I'm going to show header 3. So you should have something like that. So if you take a look at your show web page, you should see something like this. Click show web page and let's see if you got it right. Okay, that looks good on this end. So now what we want to do is we just want to add the concept of an attribute. And if you remember from our lesson, an attribute is a little bit of text that you can put over here that will position the element that you created, the header element you created on the screen. So I want you to create a attribute for the H1 element that moves it to the center of the screen. Okay? If you want, you can even look over here and you can see the text. Add align equals center. So type that in right here. Okay, if you did that, should be align center. Let's test that. So click show web page. There you go, great. Click edit to go back. And then let's take the H2 and have that align to the right. So you should go over here and type in your attribute, the align attribute, and give it the value of right. Do that right now. You can pause me if you want me to not talk over you. Great. So what that should look like is align equals right, and you click show web page, and that's it, and you have accomplished everything on your assignment. So at this point, what you should do is, if you're happy with your assignment, you click final, and then that takes you on to the feedback and the next assignment. Then you can click help, and if you have a question for me, you can click help and hints. Given that we're early on in the lesson, it's possible that you might run into a place where the lesson isn't ready for you to get started with it yet, in which case it will tell you when the lesson will be available, but for most people that won't be the issue. All right, thanks so much, great job.